welcome to practice. So this is the first of a 5 Yin Yoga series or 5 video Yin Yoga series that I'm doing for the month of April. If you're not practicing in this current month, that's totally fine, but I would encourage you to start with this video and then just kind of move through all 5 videos in this series. And what this is going to do, if you're new to Yin Yoga, it's going to introduce you to some lovely stretches, full body kind of tension release. And if you're not new to Yin, this is just a way to focus in on releasing tension in specific parts of your body, and then just finding like an overall balance, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally. So this practice is going to be all about stretching and leaning in, breathing through any tension to release it. And then towards the end of practice, we're going to finish with a little bit of breath work and a little bit of sound meditation, just to kind of relax, let everything go. So wherever you're at, go ahead and grab either a yoga bolster or a couple of firm pillows, whatever you have lying around the house. And always the option to have a blanket as well, just in case if you want to get cozy at the end and settle in for some rest. But for sure, a yoga bolster, a couple of firm pillows, whatever you have. And we're going to just start right away with some movement. So we're not going to start with stillness or anything. We're really going to start right away with a little bit of movement. So go ahead and come to a seated shape, maybe cross-legged if that feels okay. And just right away, just start to rock side to side. So we're just getting some really simple movement in your body going here. An option to keep the rocking side to side. Maybe get your head and neck involved, or if it feels better, maybe start to take some upper body circles. Whatever little movement you're starting with, you're going to start to pair the movement with your breath. So inhaling, exhaling. If you're rocking side to side, maybe inhaling one side, exhaling the other side. If you're taking circles, maybe inhaling to pull your chest forward. Exhaling to pull it back, maybe round through your spine on the way back. So we're starting right away in some movement. And also starting to tune in with your breath. Any option for movement here if you're rocking side to side. Maybe you take some arm stretches, sweeping arms up and overhead if that feels good. Just a couple more rounds of breath wherever you're at here, and then we'll settle in to some nice stretches and stillness. And then wherever you're at, go ahead and come back to center, back to that seat, and just start to roll your head out here, whatever feels good. Nice and slow. Starting right away to stretch into your head and neck. Maybe you feel that a lot in your shoulders already. So today's practice is really focusing on shoulders and opening up through your chest, through your heart space. Okay, go ahead and bring your head to neutral. Maybe shrug your shoulders out. Take some shoulder rolls. Take this at your own pace. Again, move with your breath. And then drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, start to sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe your gaze follows. And then exhale, bend your elbows, open up through your chest. And maybe your head and neck stay neutral, or maybe you let your head fall back just a little bit. And we're gonna hold here for about 5 rounds of breath. Really try to exaggerate this opening in your chest. Feel this all the way across your chest, even into your shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Go ahead and inhale, sweep your arms up again. Exhale, bend at your elbows, open up through your chest. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one here, inhale. Exhale. Awesome, gently release, maybe wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Maybe roll out your wrists for a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way just for now. Go ahead and meet me in tabletop shape on hands and knees. So we're gonna move into, I'm gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna move into the slower, more stretchy portion of this class. So as you get in tabletop, kind of situate yourself however you need to. Move things out of the way. Give yourself lots of space in front of you, back behind you. And your knees are about hips width distance apart. Inhale. On your exhale, push it back to child shape. Nice and slowly. So you're pushing your hips as far back towards your heels as they'll go. And settle in here. So the goal, as much as you can, is to extend your arms all the way out in front of you, grounding the palms of your hand, grounding your forearms, and grounding your forehead. So I'm going to give you an option to take it a step further here. A couple of options. If your forehead doesn't quite meet the floor, you can grab a blanket, place it underneath. So there's that option. So you're either grounding your forehead down, or option to try to ground your chin down. And what this is going to do is intensify the stretch a little bit. So you may feel it a little bit more through your shoulders, through your upper back. And if you're taking the chin to the floor, it might feel better to bring your knees wider apart. So your toes are together, but your knees are just a little bit wider, maybe as wide as your hips, maybe a little bit wider. And then your chin grounds down nicely. Settle in here for about a minute longer. So as we're starting to settle into stillness here, notice what happens in your mind. Maybe your mind is wondering where this practice is going to take you. Maybe you're on the to-do list, the grocery list, the thing you have to do after this. Can you bring your thoughts back to the present moment? So tune back into your body. Feel your palms nice and grounded down to the earth. Connect with your shoulders, your upper back, any sensations there. And come back to your breath. See if you can connect with nice, slow, steady, calm inhales through your nose. And slow, calm, steady exhales. Again, inhale. Exhale, ground down a little bit more. Last one, inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, slowly come back up into tabletop. Take your time here. And when you arrive in tabletop, option to rock your hips side to side. Maybe roll your head out again. Just kind of take any sort of movement that you need here just for a few moments as we transition to the next shape. And as you're here, a reminder to meet your body where it's at today. So I'm going to be cueing some deep stretches in the shoulders. If you have to modify just a little bit to meet yourself where you're at, that's totally fine. I'll guide you through that. Alrighty, so we're going to move into melting heart or puppy shape, depending on what you call it. So make sure you have plenty of space out in front of you. Similar to child's. You're going to walk your hands out in front of you and ground down through your forearms. But instead of pushing your hips back towards your heels, your hips are nice and elevated. So it may take you a moment to settle in here. So make sure your hips are about over your knees, nice and elevated towards the sky. Same options here. Ground down through the palms of your hands, ground down through your forearms. An option to ground down through your forehead or your chin. So again, if you are grounding your chin down, that's going to intensify just a little bit. So find your variation of this shape, and where you're going to meet me here for about 2 minutes. Once you're settled, try to stay in stillness here for this whole 2 minutes. Find your breath. Release that tension with your exhales. Each inhale brings your focus back to your breath. Each exhale releases tension. Stay with your breath. Stay present with yourself here. Notice if there's any areas that you can let go in just a little bit. Release through your shoulders, your jaw. Soften that space between your eyebrows. We've got about 3 more rounds of breath here. Slow, steady inhales. Calm, steady exhales. Calm, steady inhales. Slow, steady exhales. Last one. Go ahead and meet me back in tabletop. Oh, take your time to arrive. You may feel that a lot in your shoulders as you come up. So again, just be gentle with yourself. Take a few moments here and just for a few moments, sit back on your heels when you arrive. So meeting me in a hero shape. Take a couple deep rounds of breath. Maybe you have to move your shoulders around a little bit. Check in with yourself. Notice how you feel in your upper body. Notice if that felt really challenging. Maybe it felt like we held that for a super long time. Okay. We are going to take one more similar stretch to that. So again, meet me back in tabletop. Make sure you have space in front of you. And we're going to meet in a sphinx shape. So if you know where we're going, go ahead and make your way there. If you're with me, walk your hands forward and drop your pelvis and your belly all the way down. So you're grounding down again through your forearms. So when you land, you want to make sure that your elbows are just underneath your shoulders. And your forearms are grounded down again, grounding your palms down as well. Check in with the tops of your feet. Make sure they're nice and grounded as well. And we're going to be here for about 1 more minute. So when you're settled in, really push the ground away. I lied. We're going to be here closer to 2 minutes. I don't know why I said 1 minute. Closer to 2 minutes. The time has already started. So this is a lot more active stretch. So you're pushing the ground away with your elbows, with your forearms, with the palms of your hands. You're super grounded. You're pushing your shoulders down away from your ears. And you're opening up through your chest. Your head and neck are nice and neutral here. And breathe. Your feet are about hips width distance apart. Find your breath. If you're feeling this a lot, that's a good thing. It means you're activating through your shoulders, through your chest. Not much longer to go. Again, find those slow, steady inhales. Calm, steady exhales. Breathe through anything that feels uncomfortable or challenging. We're almost there. Three more rounds of breath, wherever you're at. On your next exhale, gently lower your chest all the way down to the ground and bring your arms down by your sides and just rest your head down, forehead or side of your head. Let your shoulders just sink down however they naturally do. Give yourself a few moments here. And then option to stay here for a few more moments, or if you're ready, push yourself back up through into tabletop. Oh, awesome. Okay, so you can take a quick second here, maybe sit back for a moment, and we're going to move into our last stretch of this practice. So grab your bolster, your pillows, whatever you have. This one may take a few moments to settle into, so take your time. The goal is to lay back over whatever prop you have. So you want it to about hit your shoulder blades. You want it to kind of hit your upper back. So you may have to, again, maneuver around, get situated, get settled. And as you lay back over, you want your head to fall back, all the way back here. And you'll just kind of feel, like for me, I feel like I need to scoot up a little bit. So your prop is landing somewhere between your shoulders, down into your upper back, your mid back. And as you settle in, you'll find a variation of this that works for you. So for me, I like to intensify it by wrapping my arms around my prop. For you, maybe you want to let your arms fall back behind. Maybe they rest gently on your belly. So wherever you're at here, you're settling in to a nice big heart opener, chest opener. Maybe you even feel this in your shoulders. And again, meet your body where it's at. Find a variation of this shape that works for you and settle in. And go ahead and stay where you're at as you're settling in or you're already settled in. I'm going to sit up so it's a little bit easier to talk. And as you're in this shape, we're going to be in this one for about 3 minutes. It's a little bit longer. See if there's anywhere you can let go of. Maybe you feel like you're holding your neck up. See if you can really release through the crown of your head and your neck all the way back. Maybe you're holding your shoulders or your arms up. See if you can rest them down wherever they're landing. And find a nice supportive shape for your legs. Maybe cross-legged, maybe they're stretched out in front of you. And breathe. Focus on your breath. Calm, steady inhales. Slow, steady exhales. Allow yourself to fully let go in this shape. Feel that sensation of your heart opening towards the sky. Notice how that sensation feels in your body. Maybe there's something you would like or need to invite in to your heart. Maybe there's something that's weighing heavy that you would like to release. Let it just kind of lift up, float out into the sky. Ask yourself what you need here for about 4 or 5 more rounds of breath. An option to stay here for longer. If this shape is really speaking to you, stay for longer. If you're ready to come out, take it really slow and gentle. So if your arms are extended overhead, bring those in first. And then just however works for you. Maybe you need to roll to one side first. Maybe you just sit straight up. But again, take your time. Be gentle with your spine, with your back. And when you arrive, if you're back in a seat with me, whenever you get there, just take a nice gentle twist to one side, holding for a few rounds of breath. Maybe you feel a little popping. Nice length in your spine. And then inhale, come to center. Exhale, other side. Same thing, settle in for a few rounds of breath. So just finishing out this stretch with evening out your back, your spine, bringing some balance back into your body. When you're ready, come back to center. And this is your time for these last few minutes we have together. This is your time to settle into some rest. So if you have somewhere to be after this, maybe just stay in a seat. Get nice and situated in that seat. Maybe grab pillows or blankets. Or if you want to hang out for a little longer, option to lay down. Your choice. Find whatever resting shape works in your body. And for a few minutes, we are going to focus back in on the breath and listen to some sound bowls to just wind down this practice, finish everything out. So wherever you're at, I invite you to close your eyes back down if they're not already. And start to notice your breath again. And we're going to find a nice, steady rhythm of breathing similar to what we've been doing. So go ahead and take a nice, slow inhale through your nose. Exhale, let go. This time inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom if you can. 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. 2 more. Inhale. Hold. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. Let it all go. Hold at the bottom. Inhale. Hold. Drop your shoulders. Exhale. Last hold at the bottom. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, nice and slow. Find that rhythm. Inhaling. Exhaling. Several more rounds at your own pace. Option to stay with those slow, steady inhales and exhales, or option to return to your normal rhythm of breath and just let it all go. Let go of those distractions, those worries, those things out of your control. Come back to your breath. Come back to the present. And just allow yourself to be for a couple more minutes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I will see you in the next video for the next part of this Yin series. Thank you for being here.